Hello, this is Archie Dunlop with Talking Astrology with Archie on Sunday, February the 26th, 2023. Before I talk about the moon in Gemini, I want to remind you that this is a very new channel and you might actually have come here by mistake. My aim to begin with is not to attract people to this channel. I don't really want you to watch it if you don't have to, because I'm just practicing really. I'm just playing with the format, I'm playing with the technology. Yeah, I know the presentation's terrible, so I really am not expecting you to be watching this, and you might want to come back in a few weeks or even months' time. But assuming you do want to watch it, I suppose I better start off with the moon in Gemini. Yes, today, Sunday, the moon goes into Gemini. Moon in Gemini is somewhat superficial in a way. Moon in Gemini likes to talk because if you're nervous, sometimes the easiest thing to do is talk. It doesn't really matter what you're talking about. So perhaps I'm here not really knowing what I want to talk about, so I just talk and talk and talk, and hopefully things will improve. So one needs to bear that in mind. It is a time when a lot of us are going to be talking just for the sake of it, or maybe to postpone the inevitable. I'm thinking at the moment, because the moon is making a conjunction with a hypothetical planet that is called Admetos. And Admetos was an ancient Greek king who tried to delay his own death. So we may be of the view that if we keep talking, we can avoid something. Maybe if we talk long enough, we can stop it happening. But we have to bear in mind that we cannot delay the inevitable. I mean, I think if you're facing execution, you can't just talk and talk and hope the executioner just goes away. It doesn't work like that. We're going to die at some stage. Talking is not going to help. So that's a rather grim thing to say. But it emphasizes the point that the moon in Gemini is a very different energy from moon in Taurus. Moon in Taurus is a very stable place for the moon. In a way, we can be in touch with our feelings. We can be with our feelings. But moon in Gemini, we don't want to bother with our feelings at all. And while this is going on, Mercury is continuing to make its 45-degree aspect with Venus. Now, I've been thinking about this aspect a lot, and I think part of this aspect for me is about this channel. Mercury is my desire to communicate. It's our desire to communicate. Venus is the aesthetics of the matter. It's questions of beauty and what things look like. So when you've got Mercury semisquare Venus, you have this danger that our message never ever reaches its audience because the aesthetics are terrible. So, which goes back to my point, why are you watching this? The aesthetics are terrible. But then I've only just started this channel, I haven't got any equipment, but I want to get my message across. So that, for me, is how Mercury semisquare Venus is operating. On a more serious note, today the hypothetical planet Zeus is aspecting the Mars-Saturn midpoint. Now, this is about death, particularly death through gunshots and explosions. So it's really a bad day for playing with guns, a bad day for doing anything dangerous, mixing dangerous chemicals, And if we're a politician in a dangerous place, um, you know, the assassin may be hiding around the next corner. And in fact, tomorrow is even worse because tomorrow the sun aspects Zeus. So the sun literally is a trigger for this Mars-Saturn aspect. So that's something to be aware of. If you're a leader in Russia, Ukraine, whatever, you have to be extra specially careful, um, because someone could do something that, according to the German astrologer Alfred Witter, could actually be unforgivable, um, an unforgivable crime. So when you look at the news today and tomorrow, look out for that. So be careful. Um, Aside from that, there's not a lot going on, and it's a Sunday, so perhaps we should bide our time, and I will see you tomorrow.